Okay, so this is our Unit 3 review. So the first page says solve by elimination and substitution. Just use a matrix. If you want to do it by hand, do it by hand. If you want to do it in a matrix, great. Just make sure you're getting the same answers that I'm getting. So the first one, you have just X and Y, so you're going to have a 2 by 3 matrix. If you hear a baby, that's my niece. Sorry. At least she's happy. So I'm going to put them in the calculator. So second matrix. Okay, I'm going to go over to edit. So I'm going to make it a 2 by 3. Ooh, 2 by 3. And I had 2, 2, 8, 3, 3, 12. So I'm going to go back home. Second quit. Second matrix. Math. I needed REF. So it's option B. So now you tell it that I wanted matrix A. So I get this whole bottom row of zeros. So that tells me 0 equals 0. That's always true. So my answer is all real numbers. So the bottom row tells me 0 equals 0. Always true. So my answer is all real numbers. So if you get all real numbers, that means a line is on top of itself. It's called coincident. So the next one, I'm going to do the same thing. I have a 2 by 3 matrix. Yes, it's negative because I have a minus. So now I'm going to put that in the calculator. I'm going to do the same thing. If I already have our REF of A in my history, I don't want to clear it. I just want to go in and edit A. So I'm going to go back home. If it's already in my history, I just have to arrow up and select it, press enter, and press enter again. So it gave me -9, -4, because I have that diagonal of 1s. So it tells me I have 1x, 1y, and those are my answers. So I was telling y'all before, when you have the diagonal of 1s, it's called the identity matrix. Because you have 1x, you have 1y. That's your x, that's your y. So your answer is -9, -4. And so the next one says substitution. Whatever, I'm just gonna do matrices. It's a 2 by 3. So all I want to do is change A. So I have a 2 by 3, 4. It just says Y, so I have 1 Y, and it's equal to -7, and then 3, -1, 0. So I'm going to arrow up, select RREF, press enter again, and I get -1, -3. Okay, so the next one, I have 2, 1, 6, 3, 4, 4. So I'm gonna go over to edit. I have 2, 1, 6, 3, 4, 4. I'll go back home, arrow up, press enter, I get 4, -2. -2. Okay, so graphing these, on the test, you're going to see them in y equals mx plus b form, slope-intercept form. You're not going to see them in standard form. You could do the cover-up method, or you could solve for y. The cover-up method, if you're finding the x-intercept, you say that y is 0. So you cover up y. So the x-intercept is when y is 0. So to cover up y, I get that x equals -12. Then for the y-intercept and cover up x, say that x is 0. So if x is 0, I get -4y equals -12. So y would have to be 3. So as long as I have 2 points, I can graph my line. So -12, that's -10. So -12 would be right about here. -12, 0. And then 0, 3. So that's my first line. My second line, if I cover up y, I get 2x equals 2. So my x-intercept is going to be, if 2x equals 2, then x has to be 1. It's 2 times 1 equals 2. And then for my y-intercept, positive y equals 2. So 0, 2. So I'll go over here, 1, 0, and 0, 2. So they cross somewhere around -1, +3. And of course, since I moved that over here, I didn't judge how far it is, my graph's not going to be that accurate. Since it's already in standard form, you can just put it into a matrix. So 1, -4, -12, 2, 1, 2. So I could do math, frac, and it gives it to me as a fraction. So -4/9, 26/9. Or it's -0.4 repeated and then 2.8 repeated. So I prefer a fraction, but if you want to approximate the decimal, go for it. Okay, so -0.4 repeated or 2.8 repeated, or you can put it as a fraction.